Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gotenks Week 90 update. Few things have changed in the past week. I am trying to primarily use Executor to climb. There's instances where I can't, and I'll try to show where I can't, when I can. I'm at 5.42 million GP. And a few updates from... Let me pick this up while I'm here. I don't always get this if I don't use my computer in the day, because I don't think it's that great, but it's still worth picking up. So here's what I got done in the past week. Put the Zeta on Death Trooper Peridia. I'm kind of going to leave the modding as is. Not extremely fast. He's got some good offense to him, and, you know, I'm not going to try to get everything to like 20 speed, but he's, you know, one of those is 20 speed, and he's got some good offense, so he is staying put. I did get, I'll talk about AJ in a second. I got nice Spirit to gear 13. What's nice about Spirit, there's no Zetas or anything. And she's like 3 for now. I'll probably end up taking her to 5, I guess. And I might need to try and mod for more quick chance. But yeah. She's going to be the damage dealer, at least in 3v3 on that Great Mother's team. And then Great Mother's got up to gear 12. I was able to slap this piece on in the past week. Not immediately when I got her to them to gear 12, this piece. And then I'm working on the finisher. Don't have enough for that. And then 2 of this piece. It's annoying when it doubles up because I just need so many of that purple piece and a lot more of these. So a lot left to do on Great Mothers. As far as modding... I've had some success with these 2 mods. These are the ones I felt better about slicing up. This one because it was already 19 speed as a 5-dot mod. Then I sliced it up 2 times, did 1 calibration, ended up with the 26 speed because I was like, I don't really want to take this to purple and gold status if I can help it. And then this one, you know, 24 speed's good. I've kept the same primaries. This one is a really great start. Although I'm like, I don't know about protection on her. But as long as it's some kind of survivability, durability stat, I think it's fine. You know, three rolls at 17. That's still a potential, like that's really high quality rolls. It's a potential 30. Like, very unlikely, but still. So yeah, still working on modding for her, for them. It's multiple people. And yeah, we're going to get there. I got this Zeta. And I will apply the basic Zeta. I'm not going to go with the Omicrons. But yeah, Great Mothers are almost done. And then Morgan did finally slap on a Chirotech piece. But needs another one. And I might be able to get that actually, because we just finished TB. 28 stars. This is the haul. That's really good for the finisher. And yeah, that'll be enough for another piece. Yeah, I guess I'll get her. Well, I don't know. Should I get a gear 10 Morgan or save up for a gear 13? I'll probably slap it on. But now I have some more currency to actually buy those pieces with. It's always like I'm starved for those, for these Chirotechs whenever I blow through my territory battle horde. Now, working on Darth Malak, I can get another set of 5 shards. That'll be 80 out of 100 for him. But yeah, let's go ahead and slap on the upgrade. Oh, I should be able to get her to gear 11. As long as I can find that piece. Yeah, different characters have different places that the gear 13s are. Or the Chirotechs are. And I'm going to talk about that in a second for these Lightspeed tokens as a consideration. I'm not going to do this Omicron, probably. It's just not impactful enough to really prioritize. So, alright. That I should get soon. Then I'll have gear 11. I don't know how many Chirotechs she needs to get to gear 12. But really coming along on the Great Mothers. And while Nicester Spirit's relic level ultimately is you know, an option. I could choose to leave her at 3. I could take her to 5. I could take her to 7. I was thinking, I was like, oh, what should I take Great Mothers to? And I just forgot. I'm going for Balin. So The decision is made for me. Both of them will go to Relic 7, and then Thrawn will be there as well, so I should probably just go ahead and favorite Thrawn. It'll be nice to have him in Relics too. He doesn't feel that usable, and he's got his ship, so that's just like a nice no-waste character to go for. You know, Thrawn has his uses for me. Great Mothers are amazing, and then Merrick and Shin actually go with the team. As far as farming them, I did start farming Shin again because she is accelerated. Merrick should be very shortly. He is not quite yet. And a nice little benefit of Mother Talzin being here, I was able to get her 7 stars, and now I can do that tier on her... What is it? Sisters, some Dathomir event where you can get Zetas for the 2nd tier, and you don't even need to use Night Sisters. You can use anything at that point once you have a 7-star Talzin. So that's really nice. I might have gone for her faster to 7 stars if I had realized, but I just hadn't. And yes, I'll upgrade those abilities at some point. These 3 are for ship farms, and as far as ships go, this isn't moving, but we're at 4 out of 85 on Scimitar, 33 out of 65 on B28, 5 out of 30 here, and I did activate Sith Trooper so I could actually just look at that ship there. And this jogged my memory on something. So I can't get extra Fury class shards, but I can get a little bit of extra Malgus shards. And since we had those extra drops a while back, my Malgus is in an awkward spot, 249 out of 330. So if I got 100 right as he stands, now he's 181 shards away. Or no, it just not 181, 81 shards away. But if I get just 1 more shard, or 2 more in this case, it'll be 79 away. So that's the difference between 4 Proving Grounds and 5. So that's, I think, a good strategic use of this currency. If you can get someone to the point where you're gonna get them a little sooner. Like I'll probably, this actually probably makes sense too. And then next time I'll get another 2 cat shards. Just to get her. I guess I'd be unlocking her at the same time as Malgus, but she doesn't need Omicrons, which is great. I love the pre-Omicron era because they were just good without limiting them to 1 game mode and needing a really rare resource. So it's fantastic. So those are going to be 2 really high-profile characters I'm going to be unlocking in short proximity to each other. So yeah, maybe after I get Balin, I just start thinking, well, once I'm getting closer to unlocking the Conquest units, I just think critically about stocking up some gear for them to be ready to take them to Gear 13 right when I unlock them, instead of just working on a bunch of characters of my favorites, because I can't do anything on them until they're actually unlocked. They're all 7-star unlocks. So Malgus and Cat are the first ones up. The first time, I think I showed this little tab that I made to organize my Conquest units before, and I somehow forgot Queen Amidala to put the first one. Absolutely, she's super high priority when I unlock her, because I have Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and then I moved Malicos and Ezra to this middle category, where they need a whole team, but they should be pretty good priority for me. Trooper Moff Gideon. I'll have a lot of the pieces of the puzzle put together to work on for him. And then these are kind of down there. Maul, not really doing as much with that Lord Vader. Yes, I could work on Gar and ISC. That actually wouldn't be too bad. I could probably do a decent amount with that, but I don't know if I want to prioritize that. Ben, absolutely deprioritized unless I had Rey, and then Rey Dark Set Vision. Unless I had Supreme Kylo. Luthen, though, you know, once I start getting close to unlocking Luthen, I might be pushing forward with a Saw team. Which brings me to the discussion of Lightspeed tokens. So I have 2 Rebel tokens. One can get a character to Gear 10, one to Gear 12. That was very helpful with the Imperial Remnant, but unlike Imperial Remnant, I have a lot of options for this. Now, there are a lot of Rebel characters that other people will see on their page for this. I don't, because I have so many Rebels already in Relics that would qualify. Some of these will be great choices. These 4 will not be options. Drogon will be a great choice. C-3PO is not an option. Rex would be an amazing choice for the Gear 12. 3PO and Chewie would be great. These 2 can't do it. Kyle Katarn would be a good option, and then these 4 would be no to do it. And then the Phoenix, If you're trying to work on a Phoenix team actively, yeah, that would make sense. But for me, my options are down here. So what do I actually consider when choosing this? And I have two, so I can look at what I want for the year 10, what I want for the year 12. First of all, I'm trying to maximize my Kyrotech income, and I'm trying to focus on the characters that I'm going to be needing sooner. So the ones with Kyrotechs, from what I'm seeing, is Radis, Saw, Mon Mothma. I only know this just because I've played the game for so long, so I know who was out like a long time ago in the new Kyrotech. I think for me, it's just those three. Maybe I think actually Cara Dune might have need Kyrotech. I don't know. I don't want to upgrade her. But yeah, Rebel Fighter. She'd be the fourth. She. I don't know. I mean, she could get to gear 10 with Kyrotech. She might not need Kyrotech. I am not entirely sure. But I want to scout and make sure I'm maximizing my Kyrotech. Alright, hey, quick interruption. So I got really confused here, as you already probably picked up. There's a gear 10 Rebel one and a gear 12 Imperial Remnant one. But I, for the longest time, had just thought I already used the gear 12 Imperial Remnant one. So yeah, but I just got it. I was aware of it a long time ago at the beginning of the episode track. So yeah, I'm going to be talking for 2-3 minutes, assuming I have a gear 10 and gear 12. But hey, cut me some slack. So I'm going to hop on over to Swigga.gg. Let's open Radis. Let's open Mon Mothma. I can find her if I'm not blind. Mon Mothma, and then Saw. So Radis, I am not planning on going for the Profundity anytime soon. But if I were to work on him, he requires no Kyrotech to get to gear 9, and then from 9 to 10, he only needs 1. So he only needs 1 piece. If I pick the gear 10 Kyrotech piece, he has. This is incredible. There's 3 Kyrotech pieces, all on the gear 10 slot. So to get from gear 10 to 11 is a nightmare, and then everything else is not too bad. So if I were gonna give it to him, I'd do the gear 12, because gear 10 you're not getting anything out of it. Mon Mothma, go to gear. So she requires 9 to get to gear 9, but then from 9 to 10, there's 2 Kyrotech pieces. So if I get the use the gear 10 one on her, it's like getting 100 of each piece of Kyrotech. And then for Saw, I think it might be the same. So he actually needs 1 piece to get from gear 8 to gear 9, and then from gear 9 to gear 10, he needs 1 too as well. So still 100 of each. So Mon Mothma and Saw are both good candidates for the gear 10 one, and then the gear 12 one, like each of them would be resulting in like 200 of each piece of Kyrotech, because you're skipping 4 separate Kyrotech pieces. So I'm getting it's like I'm getting 300 of each type of Kyrotech. So I think Mon Mothma and Saw are both my winners. I don't think Radis. I'm gonna pick Mon Mothma. Is one of the only characters I actually need for JML that needs Kyrotech. And she might be the only one left. Because JML is one of those earlier Galactic Legends. A lot of his characters that he requires are old, and the catch was that you do all the relics, not that there's all these Kyrotech. So Old Ben, Rey, Chewbacca, Leia, all of these don't require Kyrotech before gear 12. It's just Mon Mothma. So if I get her to gear 12, then I don't need any Kyrotech to get JML up to, or to unlock him. But I'm not exactly planning to go hard for JML that soon. So maybe the gear 10 is fine. And then something that, a lot of people say is like, I should go for Jedi Cal, and maybe I will. Maybe I should go for him after JML, maybe before. But he would be that big of a lift. And if I get the gear 12 on Saw, he's just already there. And then if Ufu Cal would be a bad idea. And I think when I start getting close to unlocking Malicos is when I'd really want to focus on Cal and Seer. And then if I already have Saw gear 12, then it's just 2 other characters I need a gear 12. And Marion wouldn't be a bad idea either. So I think I'm going to go with Saw. And also Saw is just he's a better character on his own. So yeah, this is the gear 10 one. Where's Mon Mothma? Yeah, I have no gear on her whatsoever. So let's get her up to gear 10. Not going to use her anytime soon. And then... Wait, what? I thought first... Oh, am I getting mixed up? Oh no. I did all that talking, and I forgot that this was the Imperial Remnant one. Dang. I forgot. I forgot. Oh, all that. Well, still not a bad choice. Mon Moth was fine. And this one, the clear choice is Moff Gideon. Let me just pull. I thought I had 2 rebel ones. I can't believe that. How embarrassing. Okay, well, I'm still gonna be saving a lot of Kyrotech from him. It might just be 150, but so I have my like gear 9. So there's one piece. Only 2 pieces? Dang. He does not require that much Kyrotech. Well, I should have just at least clicked on this. I don't know. I need the glasses on. I was thinking I had 2 rebel ones. But hopefully the next... I hope the next... like the episode track has rebels as well. Or if it doesn't, you know, that's fine. Mon Mothma is not a bad choice in any regards. But that's how you evaluate if you want to go ahead and do that. So let's get Moff Gideon to gear 12. Very nice. I'm not going to push him past that yet. I might want to look at his modding, so I'm going to put him in favorites. But I can use him with Padme. I mean, I had planned on Moff Gideon a long time ago. I can use him with Padme, but I need to give him a Zeta. So what Padme does is she turns protection up into courage. Where's it here? Yeah, so for each 5% protection up, courage... No. Where is it? Actually, no, it is there. 1 stack of courage for each 5% protection up. I thought it was more, but maybe that factors in. Maybe that tracks, because what Moff Gideon does, if you give him a Zeta, for control of the situation, support allies, not Imperial Remnant support allies, not Imperial Trooper or Empire, just any support allies gain 100% protection up. So for each 5% protection, that's like, I guess, 20 stacks of courage. You go in there with Padme and another Galactic Republic support, or multiple if you're in 5v5s, and then you just get to pretty much melt someone, unless they're like Malik or Crew or something. But yeah, that's a pretty good use, and I don't know, maybe I'd use Yoda for that, or maybe I'd bump up Shakti a little bit more. That's some potential value I could get out of Moff Gideon. But hey, I had for the longest time just been planning on Moff Gideon for that gear 12, so long that I just thought I had already done it. But yeah, that's basically how I go about evaluating who to use a Lightspeed token on. Alright, and with Lightspeed tokens aside, time to hop into some fleet battles. I was extremely lucky overnight. I'm on rank 7, and I have all 5 of my battles for my payout at 230. So I'm going to be trying to target some Executors and battle those and show you which ones I can take out pretty easily and which ones I can't. So Mold Jakku's the one I need to worry about. He's not in range of me, but if I was at 9 or 8 or something, I'd be really worried. So I might try to do 2 climbs to get to number 1 and just get ahead of him. I could try the Leviathan match, but I did that a little bit in a match earlier. So Mushi Sagara, what I'm actually looking at to determine if I can take another Executor that's 7 stars is the Razor Crest speed. If it's below 184, I have a good chance. If it's above, I can't. So this one's 186. It's Relic 7, 2 Zetas, all mod 6 dot. I can't really do that. And since I still want to reach rank 1 in 2 battles, this guy has 179 speed, which he's got Relic 5, but he has no 6 dot mods. So that is going to work out. And I'm using an approach that I did see in a Scribe video. I've seen it from some other sources too, but he's the one I used. You basically start IG 2000, and this is something people told me about in the comments a while ago, but I didn't have a Relic Cad Bane. I didn't really want to pour so much into my Bounty Hunter pilots, but I did get my Cad Bane to Relics. He's Relic 5, so I feel good about that. Punishing 1 is now 7 stars. That's important too. I didn't have a 7-star Punishing 1, and you really kind of need that. My Razor Crest is just Relic 3, but that's kind of fine. I bumped IG 2000. I bumped my IG to Relic 6. And I made sure to give him all 6-dot mods because he was actually the most impactful one that I could do that to. And I'll show you why in just a second. So the way we do this is we're going to try to kill Xanadu Bullet first. We're going to take the hits. Punishing one, that's fine. We expect that. We're going to start with this special on Xanadu. 93,000. That's actually a really good hit. So, like, that's one hit that IG is doing on Xanadu. The normal instinct for me is to do the Mass Swarm, but we're actually going to heal up Punishing One. And because we did that, Razor Crest typically hits IG instead of Punishing One. We're going to call Punishing IG again here. That's 3 hits IG does, and I had it happening where I wasn't getting enough damage. Xanadu Blow was not already dead at this point, and even with Punishing One's AoE, I wouldn't kill him. So getting to Relic 6 and all the 6-dot mods really helped straighten that out. And why I need Razor Crest slower than my Executor, and my Executor is effectively 184, is because if it wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to heal up Punishing One. Razor Crest would target my Punishing One, kill it, and I'd be done for. So we dispel this and mark Razor Crest. That's going to be important for when they bring out, you know, someone that's taunting and we can't get around it. So that's actually bad. I lost IG, and I think I can still win, but it's like iffy. So we're going to call Punishing One. This should stun the Razor Crest. That's good. I'm going to hold that Death Mark in my back pocket because I was able to kill Razor Crest fairly easily anyway, and I didn't want to get counterattack against Slave 1, but my desire would be to Death Mark one of these. Maybe I can actually kill right here and then Death Mark Boba Fett. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is great. This worked out really well. I only had to sit through 1 reinforcement. And even with all that talking and explaining I was doing, it took less than 2 minutes to do this. And I think, you know, I really am a huge advocate of Galactic Republic starting as your starting fleet. Endurance, you can climb against most things. But I've just done it so many times. I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times. I'm getting a little tired of it. So I want to use my Executor and get these climbs the more or less easy way. This guy's got Relic 5. It looks like he has the 6-dot mods and both Zetas, but it's 183, so I should also be able to beat that team pretty easily using this approach. And I'm very thankful for that because I am just tired of the knockdown, drag-out battles where Marauder is the only character left. The episode track, obviously, since I already picked up the tier 51, I completed it. I've hit this box a couple times, and my main account, I buy like all the focus datacrons and all the omicrons every time, but I still have like a huge surplus of this currency compared to this account. I think it's just because I'm getting to hit this bonus chest a lot more times. And I got a 2,000 pull on my main account like yesterday or 2 days ago, which is the max. I've never seen that before, but you can really rack up some episode currency if you're doing that. But on this account, I do pick up the Chirotech every time, so that is, you know, why it's so expensive. We got a day and 18 hours left before this cycles out again. And I won't be able to pick up all 5 of these right away, so I don't know. I think my priority is still Chirotech, but I know I see all these Conquest units coming down the line, and I need to be ready with some Omicrons for them. In other news, I didn't make a whole video talking about the new eras or whatever, or these new Rebel ships, but I'm hoping it's not a huge killer for like and they buffed Leviathan. I'm hoping all of that isn't a huge killer to Galactic Republic start. So normally Executor it is still a lot easier to get because you don't need a Relic 9 character. So I think that'll still be more popular than Profundity as a starting meta fleet. And people don't pick up multiples of those very fast. And I think for Leviathan, the Leviathan buff, what is it? it's like something about Galactic Republic, Jedi, and anybody, rebels, they can't attack out of turn. So, let's see. Galactic Republic, Jedi, and rebel enemies can't assist or attack again if their attack is targeting a Sith. So that really hurts like a negotiator, but I think with endurance, you don't call out a lot of assists. The only assist you're really doing is the ult. But that would still be a problem against Mark 6, so it'll be even more annoying. Like if there will just still be a lot of timeouts against Mark 6. But what is nice is when I unlock my Leviathan, even at 4 stars, it should be pretty easy to beat, like Profundity and all that. The new ship, I'm thinking that it's going to have a little bit of an advantage to non-Profundity fleets. A lot of, most of the kit is like, oh, Profundity, but this is something that is not. If the enemy capital ship is Empire, while Rogue One is active or in reinforcements, non-capital ship enemies are immune to cooldown reduction. So, I don't think that this clause is modified by the Profundity thing. If it is, then the theory I'm about to spout is just false. But if this clause is active, you could just have this in your reinforcements with Negotiator against Executor, and you don't have to worry about the death mark. Because normally you do your mass swarm against Executor, and then when punishing one takes a turn, it's an immediate death mark and you're screwed. But just my theory, if that works, this looks like some kind of like a whale or something. I don't know. Interesting looking ship. But if that works, that'll be really interesting for Negotiator versus Executor. Next up, talking about Grand Arena real quick, it has been going stellar for me this season. I swept the first week, and I think I should have released the Gotenks Grand Arena before this video. But if not, or if you haven't watched it before, minor spoilers, I have won all 5. It's been crazy. So I think if I win round 3, or I think I just need to win one more match to clinch an Erodium berth. Like, I'm gonna make it into Erodium next season, as long as I win just one more. This is way different from the last time I made it to Erodium. The last time I made it to Erodium, it came down to the very last match. It could still, like, if I lose this one in the next 2, it will come down to that final match. But yeah, it's getting harder and harder because I'm facing tougher and tougher opponents. But it's been going quite well. It's been fun. Most of the opponents, aside from the first one, set full defenses that were fun to attack, and it's been great. And now to climb to rank 1 in fleet. I did confirm on Zoe.gg this player's payout has already passed, so I don't feel bad about hitting him. So yeah, I already checked their Razor Crest. It's slower than my Executor. And all of this will be even more of an option once I get 6 stars. 7 stars, I'm going to be gunning for a superior fleet, but or not like a different fleet. Oh, well, I will be gunning for Leviathan. I might unlock Leviathan before I can 7-star this, but anyway, I'm getting distracted. So come on, hit Sanity Blood a couple times. Ooh, this is gonna be iffy. Okay, barely got it. That's why I got Relic 6 on do something out of order? No. That's why I got Relic 6 on IG, because I need all that damage I can get. So it's a little easier with Houndstooth coming out instead of Boba Fett. Oh, nice. I did get that marked, but because there's not a counterattack I'm walking into. I would prefer not to be hitting. Let's see, does this. Is that going to be a waste? Let me not do that, because I don't want to trigger Death Mark unless they already have it. Let's do Death Mark here. Oh, yeah, they already have it, so I should have just done my my Mass Storm there. But that's okay. Hope we're still fine. Dang, this is a little iffy now. It's like the least clean I've had this go while still being a chance to win. That's not amazing. Do I have a death mark coming up? Oh, come on. Come on, big boomer. Come on. Yes, okay, well that was really scrappy. But still, it's a lot easier and quicker decision. I just have to click buttons way fewer times than with endurance. With endurance, I have to do so many things, and the beginning steps, it's all such a particular order. But yeah, no, that's a huge quality of life improvement. I was told we have 3 Leviathans, but I think someone's not running one. So Madara and Nomi have had it for a while. Yeah, Limac is running Executor. I don't know, maybe he's just being nice, but he has a 7-star Leviathan, so I'm not sure, but that's a more iffy counter. Like, I feel more safe beating a 7-star Executor, but facing a Leviathan that's a lot more of like a toss up. And one last note on the Imperial Remnant. Yeah, because of those that Lightspeed token and everything. It was an easy call to do Moff Gideon. Dark Trooper requires some Chirotech. I'm not really using Dark Trooper that much, so I just wanted to get Moff Gideon because in anticipation of having Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. And it's a lot more gear in general because my Dark Trooper's already at gear 11. Stormtroopers, easy, no call. And I didn't hold off and wait to get either Night Trooper, Enoch, or Peridia to gear 12 just to hold off for that Lightspeed token because I wanted to make use of them a lot sooner. And I think that was wise because I got to get through a whole rung of Peridia Patrol with them. I've been using them in Grand Arena. They've been getting holds. It's been fantastic. So that's why I did pick Moff Gideon. Dark Trooper, there's an argument. It's the same amount of Chirotech. Either way, 100 of each piece. But it's a lot more gear in general for Moff Gideon, and I think it long run I'll regret that less. On my main account, I don't use Dark Trooper even close to as much as Moff Gideon. So, but anyway, that's going to be it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next week. Bye.